So App Builder is the module that allows you to create applications. Now, if this is your first application, you might find it beneficial in order to install some sample applications. You can then learn from those sample applications and then use what you've learned in order to build your own applications. So sample and starter applications are accessible from the component called Gallery. You can also create starter apps when you go in to create an application using App Builder. Notice when you go in to create an application from App Builder, you have the ability to create a new application, and that would be a new application from scratch. You can create an application from a file, and you can create applications as starter apps. So let me give you a demonstration on how to install and log into sample applications. So you can either click up here or click here on Gallery, and you notice that we have sample apps, we have plugins, and we have apps that you can install. Now, the difference between samples and apps, samples are apps designed to highlight specific functionality, and these are meant to allow you to learn from them. So you can install those, you can learn how to create a particular feature. However, the apps, you notice these are fully functional apps that are standalone, which are designed to meet simple requirements. You can either use those as is, or you can customize those to make changes to suit your needs. And the plugins, these are used to extend the capabilities of Apex and enable you to easily add new capabilities to your apps. So let's show you how to install a sample application. Really similar for the apps as well. You just click on the panel here, Samples, and it does redirect you to the sample app site. And you notice that you can download any of these different types of sample applications. And so let's go ahead and download the sample maps. And when you click on that, you notice that it does take us to GitHub. And you'll notice that it tells us what version this is meant to be for. We need the 21.1 because that's the version that we're using currently. And then go ahead and click on Go to File. And you can actually download the zip file for this installation. Now let me go ahead and navigate back. And you notice that it does tell us the installation steps. Download the zip file in this directory, navigate to App Builder, import, drag and drop the application zip file and click Next, and then leave the defaults as they are. Then continue through the remaining steps in the wizard to finish installing the application. So, if you click on Go to File as I did, it does show you the license, for instance, and the README and all of the different elements that are part of this application. So I do recommend that you go in and take a look at things like the license text, and that's why I show you this page first. But in order to download that zip file, you just click on the samplemaps.zip, and you can go ahead and click on the download button right here, and you can save that zip file locally. As you can see, samplemaps.zip. And then what you'd want to do is navigate back to your Apex installation, back to App Builder. And in my case, that's on a different tab in my browser. And then you'll want to go ahead and go to App Builder and go ahead and import. And you can either drag and drop or you can locate that file from your local directory. And let's see, that's going to be my downloads. And you'll notice that's my sample maps.zip file right there. I'll go ahead and click Open. And we'll go ahead and click Next. And it tells us the export file has been imported successfully. If you wish to install now, go ahead and click the Next button. Or you can install it later by navigating to the export repository. I'll go ahead and install it now. I'll click Next. I'm going to go ahead and allow these to default, and I'll click Install Application. And then some of these also have additional elements that need to be installed, and those are called supporting objects. And so this is asking you if you want to install the supporting objects. We'll go ahead and allow those, and we'll click Next. And then we'll go ahead and click Next again. And then we'll confirm by clicking the Install button. At this point, the application is installed and the application supporting objects have been installed. And we can go ahead and click on the Run Application button. Now we can go ahead and log in using our Apex username and password. And you'll notice that this is our sample maps application, and it defaults to showing you 6 different types of maps that are available. You can click on these, and you'll notice that this allows us to zoom in on any part that we might want. For instance, we can zoom into the Bay Area here and maybe to SFO. And you'll notice that we have a tooltip here that tells us a bit about San Francisco International Airport. Okay, my friends, that's going to do it for the demonstration for installing a sample app. Now, App Builder also allows you to build applications using the App Wizard. And the App Wizard allows you to create an application based on a table. So you can create a blank application without any pages other than the homepage. If you try to create an application without a homepage, it won't let you do it. But you can create a one-page application that just includes the homepage. And then later on, you can go in and add other pages into the application using the Create Page Wizard. You can also copy pages from other applications into your application. Now, the homepage always displays first, and it's always going to be the first page. Here we're showing you an example of creating an application, and you'll notice that the homepage is a default page, and you'll notice that that is blank by default, although you can add other components to it later on. Now I wanted to give you a demonstration on how to navigate to App Wizard and create an application based on a table. In order to do that, we'll go ahead and click on App Builder, and then we will click on Create. We will go ahead and click on New Application, and we will give it a name. You'll notice that it defaults to adding a home page. We're going to go ahead and add a second page to the application by clicking on Add Page. And what we will do is create a report. In the report, we'll go ahead and name the page. And we will click on Table or View, and then we will choose the EMP table. There it is. And we can go ahead and click on whether we want an interactive report or whether we want a classic report. So I'll go ahead and choose Classic Report as my style of report. And we will go ahead and click on Add Page. And I'll accept all the other defaults and go ahead and click on Create Application. This will take just a few moments in order to create the application. And you notice that I have the home page as well as the demo EMP report. We also have a global page. These used to be called Page 0, but they're currently called global pages. Whatever you put on the global page is going to be displayed on the other pages in the application. And we also have a default login page as well. So we'll go ahead and run the application. And let me go ahead and log in. And you'll notice that I have a link here for my report page. And so I'll go ahead and click on the demo EMP report. And this is my classic report that was created based on the EMP table. This will conclude demonstrations for creating an application based on a table.